Hey, it's a new weekly. I hope we play against some different individuals this time. No disrespect to Billy XP, who it turns out is just a streamer of Super Auto Pets and not an AI created just to annoy me. Is actually just a guy earning all sorts of dubs playing the game nonstop. Get off beta? You didn't even read the Reddit thread. We're not on beta. I know it says we're on beta. That's because the freaking test build is the one that's now not on beta. I know that sounds crazy, but the test build is like the non-beta build, and I'm on the beta build on the Steam build. I don't control their version control. This is just the Steam version. I'm not on beta. I know it sounds wrong. Go read the Reddit thread. It'll tell you. Anyway, we make sure we're on the weekly this week. We are on the weekly pack. Start it up. You're pretty good. Sometimes you're pretty good. And then the egg does +2, so we'll at least like consider it. But for now, I'd rather have 2-2 than 2. Okay, let me be like a delicious chunk, like the bottom of a Dairy Queen ice cream cake. Yummy, yummy. Okay, round 1, not so good. +2 attack until end of battle. Hit me with one of these. I can sometimes accept a moth into my heart. I want to see a fish. With none fish, we'll just take some stat padding. Okay, I'll take that. Good trade. Not a good trade. Okay, who said this weekly is easy? Because my ass is getting destroyed right now. Never mind. We got a fish. We're good to go. One of these. The game's a little laggy right now, too. Meerkat. Start of battle. Give adjacent friends +1 attack for every 3 gold spent this turn. I think that this is, like, insanely bad. The new Meerkat I don't think is good at all. I would like to see some stats. Now, I'm basing that off of having never used them since the Meerkat got changed. But in principle... Sure, I'll freeze you for now. I think our team is okay. Stats matter. That croissant makes me very joyful. Bro, also, why are people... I mean, I guess I'm, like, not surprised that people are crazy online. I just wish that they wouldn't have the audacity to be old and crazy. Like, did you see that Marie Kondo gave an interview where she was like, I don't tidy up as much anymore because I have 3 kids now, so I don't have a lot of time. And then somebody made a post that was like, I'm vindicated. People fucking went off on that guy. They went for his throat. Imagine holding a grudge against Marie Kondo after watching his show because he doesn't want to, and then we don't, just like, he's making a joke. He's just making he made a 1-word joke. Just relax, man. This is a Saturday. Chill out. Marie Kondo doesn't know who you are. She doesn't know who this guy is. He's just... I mean, the guy made the mistake in the first place because he never should tweet in general. But still. You know what would be a little crazy? No, that's not going to work. Imagine if it did, though. I think you got to go. You come in here. I was trying to find a way to get like 4 squatted, have the doorhead ant move first, and then the moth puts the extra attack on the doorhead ant. But we can't do it until the doorhead ant is buffed. If it ever gets there. Okay, I'm okay with this. There any rats in this game? Yeah, guys. There's motorcycles. Man, I got my ass beat on this one. Buff me? Deer is just good. It sucks that the 2 animals I want to sell the most are the 2 that just got buffed. But sell me. Place me. Do we have onions this week? We do have onion, so we could make doorhead ant do something. Sell me. This is a very sensible pivot. This is garlic. I've heard of it. For now, why don't you take your level and just see what we get out of it? A squirrel. Who's going to use garlic, though? This is not like a garlic-driven squad right now, unfortunately. It's a little late for the giraffe. This is only turn 5. It's only turn 5. Maybe you could freeze this and this and start building into it. They have their own doorhead ant. They have their own dolphin. They have their own squad that's good. That's almost better than mine, but not quite. I'll take that. Why do people still write 1 to 2 cloves of garlic in the recipe? Honestly, Jay, I'm with you. Like, I feel like I've reached a point in my life, and you know what? No longer mincing the garlic has helped me out here. Instead, I very much have become a, I would say a slicer. Not just because of Goodfellas, but rather than take like 5 minutes and go, I just go instead. Or a grater. I have been known to grate some garlic as well. But ever since I stopped being so precious about the mince, I've been using a lot more garlic and the food just tastes better. You should always just, whatever you got, whatever the recipe tells you, just double it. You're never going to be like, oh, I've never in my life had a situation where I've been like, oh, this is too garlicky. Instead, I'm like, bro, this shit is so garlicky, let's go. Minced garlic, I'm not trying to be the world's largest hater, okay? The only thing I'll say about pre-minced garlic is, this guy again, huh? Skywave, is that I think it's great for convenience, and I don't mind it in like a soup or something like that. However, it loses its piquantness when it's sitting in the jar. You get a little bit of the flavor, but you don't get the freshness. I would much rather have the fresh whenever possible. I don't know where I'm going with this one. I don't feel like I'm an orangutan guy. I feel like possibly we could try to cheat the system and like become a scumbag, something like this. And then maybe just bet on us not losing this round and get 3 extra gold next round. Maximize our efficiency here a little bit. I am, and you probably, you've realized this by now. I am pretty anti-garlic press. Just because like it saves you a lot of time on the chopping, but I feel like you're almost coming out to like a zero sum when you have to clean that thing. So I would much rather just take like a knife and slice it real thin, or like a microplane and grate it or something like that. Because the microplane, for some reason, is easier to clean than the press. It's like it's not going through a channel or something like that. It's not that hard to clean it? Yeah, well, corollary, my friend, it's not that hard to chop it either. This is a horrendous use of resources right here. I've used all of my avocado resources on rerolls. I don't hate myself because we got this. Give 3 random faint friends a small buff. I can't believe this is where I'm at in my life. Okay, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. Cockatoo kind of goes hard this week. You know what? After last week, you know, I had people like before we even played the weekly last week, they were like, NL, you gotta play. This is the best weekly they've ever done in SAP. And then I had the worst weekly like of my entire life. So I'm taking everything that people say about the animals and the content of the weekly with a grain of salt. So I feel like I have been lied to quite a lot recently. That being said, someone did say that the moose goes crazy this week. Multiply with the lowest tier pet in the shop. Let's give it a chance. Why don't you take some garlic just in case? Someone could use it. We'll freeze. Seems like there's good food this week. Maybe like a seal could work. Freeze me. Roll me. Okay, we're going to get 3/3 buffs. That's okay. And then everything in the shop will get on frozen. 3/3 buff on the cockatoo. Little weird. Not typical, but... Ostrich and hippo are the hard carries this week. Okay, note to self. Ostrich and hippo. I've heard of them. This one was not even close. Oh my god. Billy XP111. What the heck is this? Their Smurf account? You should take the level, I think. Chicken? Oh no. You guys want some chicken? Okay, stay frozen. Freeze. Can. Chicken, I don't know about this one, man. Like, I'm taking it just because it's here. I'm lost. We killed the vulture. That's pretty positive. The rest of this, like, a little negative. Oh, no! Okay, 4 wins. For the first run of the weekly, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to figure it out. I bet on 10, though? Well, I missed the part where that's my problem, Spider-Man. This is the exact same first shot. You know what? If we're going to lose round 1 anyway, why don't we try to cheat the system with an egg on round 1? And I'll be like a soft bagel. Hey, can I tell you something? And I was thinking about this. I've been perfecting my breakfast sandwich. I'm a genius. I've been perfecting my breakfast sandwich recipe. It's very simple. There's nothing complicated in it. 2 slices of good bread, toasted. And then 2 eggs. I had previously scrambled them, but let me tell you, I got a new... if there's any secret to the recipe, the secret is crack 2 eggs in a bowl, pop the yolks. Mix them, but don't scramble them. Just mix the yolks up a little bit so that you have like a spread yolk, but still a distinct white and a distinct yolk. And then fry it, and I fry it in a tamagoyaki pan because my wife has one. So it comes out almost in like a rectangular shape to begin with. It fits the bread perfectly. As soon as it comes out, 1 slice of cheddar cheese, chili flakes, hot sauce, bread on top, triangular slice. And I got to tell you, it goes pretty hard. If you make it with a scramble, it's going to be totally fine. If you make it with an over easy, I'm sure, or an over medium, I'm sure it would go hard. But what I was going to say, honestly, is that I think it's time that we stop letting people who like runny yolks just assume that they're in the right, just because like No Reservations said that that's the optimum way to eat eggs. Okay, however you like to eat your eggs is completely fine. But I like a cooked yolk. I'm not that into the runny yolk. I'm not super against it, but I'm not that into it. We've been letting them... It's the same with the people who eat their steaks like medium rare. Just feeling like a sense of superiority just because like, well, I eat my steak the way Anthony Bourdain told me to. And I don't think you should be eating your steak well done with ketchup. But at the same time, having a medium rare steak is not a personality, okay? Wait, are there pineapples this weekly? No pineapple, no woodpecker. That's not Anthony Bourdain slander. The man came up with the bits. It's just the people who are like, you know, okay, now we're getting too far into it because there's a lot of stories here. Because what I was gonna say is, you know, when I had norovirus, I was watching HBO on the couch while my daughter was like watching something on her iPad. I was bawling my eyes out watching the Anthony Bourdain documentary. That was an affecting piece of media. So I'm not an Anthony Bourdain disrespecter. But he went through the shit. It's the people who didn't go through the shit that then take a piece of advice as gospel from the person who got the stimulus that led to the lesson being transmitted in the first place. Hold on, I'm leveling my lizard. How do you eat your steak, though? Okay, well, you got me. I eat it medium rare, because it's the best way to... it's the best way to eat it, but... Let's give you some meat. It might work. It is the best way to eat it, though. Did his wife get up to some shady stuff? I don't know. Is he his wife? I don't think so. I'm not familiar with, like, you know, human beings and, like, mitosis and the state of, like, cloning and stuff like that. Maybe garlic would be better, but you're doing pretty good stuff right now. I'm going to place you. I'm going to place you. I don't know if you can build a winning run around the lizard, but you could probably build a run that wins for like a bit around it. People that order well done are psycho. Blue is the best, but medium rare is okay. Like, listen, if you actually like blue steak the most, that's fine. For anybody not familiar, blue is essentially just like, it's as rare as it gets. What if this is as rare as it gets? You got me? That's a little too much for me. But that being said, I do like steak tartare. I think there's a difference between, like, raw, ground meat mixed with spices and maybe, like, an egg on top of it. It was a very runny yolk, admittedly. There's a difference between that and, like, a steak that's been seared for 30 seconds on each side. In my opinion. Well done is crazy. My dad eats a steak well done. But the way I've chosen to live with it is that it's just a... it's like it's not the same food as a steak. Like, my dad's steaks are not steaks. They're dad's steaks. And it's different. You take the steak, you grill the shit out of it so it gets like almost charred on the outside. Then you put A1 steak sauce on it and you eat it and you're like, yo, this is a good dad steak. If I got it from like a restaurant, I would be like, this is not what I ordered. But when my dad's grilling and you can taste like the charcoal or you can taste the propane and you got like some sweet barbecue sauce on it or something, you're like, it is what it is. I'm rolling. I think we could do better. What am I looking for? A level into a tier 5 that changes the game for us. We don't need that one, though. I can't believe I'm still running a 2-4 ladybug at the front. Hang on, though. Hang on. Get smoked. We're creating a big guy. You love this? You love this, dude! That's crazy. I did see, I don't even want to talk about it, but I was so flabbergasted that I sent a screenshot of the tweet to Corey. When the image was like, I just got this Japanese A5 Wagyu steak. How should I cook it? And then Jordan Peterson replied, first freeze it, then air fry it at 450 degrees. Drain off all the fat and then add like plenty of water and salt for the au jus. I was like, what are you... This dude's taking like a $300 steak and cooking it in the fucking air fryer? What are you talking about? That's like... Like, if you're a steak guy, you need to at least have the good sense to be like... I don't mean a guy that likes steak. You know what I mean. The kind that's like, they'll never take my gas stove. Yeah, come and get my gas stove. I dare the government to try to... Like, if you're one of those guys, you've at least got to know how to cook your steak well. You can't be like a pretend steak guy. That's just crazy. Hold on, I'm winning. I just couldn't believe it. Like, wasn't this guy on like an all-beef diet? He's air frying his steaks. It's just not like everybody knows if you got the devices, you sous vide them and then you reverse sear them and maybe you finish them in the oven or something like that. You don't throw an A5 piece of beef into the air fryer. It's just crazy. I will sell the fish, but it needs to be for the right reasons. Actually, bunny sort of, it sort of works. We don't need to buff you. You need the support, honestly. It's crazy that we're not, like, getting anything here. I'm going to save my money. And I guess I'm going to give you a small buff. It's just, like, it's surprising. Let's put it that way. I mean, the air fryer at the end of the day is just like an oven. It's not as bad as, like, microwaving a piece of meat to completion, but it is just, it's sort of like I'm flabbergasted, I guess. I thought all steak guys would just say the same thing. They would be like, oh yeah, you gotta reverse sear it, and then cook it really hot in a cast iron on the gas stove. I mean, I did see a bunch of people in the comments that were like, wrong, dude. The only way to cook this, first I would chop down a tree in my acreage, preferably hickory, and then I would build my own fire, and I would cook the steak over that. That's the only way to do it. And I'm like, she's not coming back, brother. No matter how many hickory campfires you make for your Japanese A5 Wagyu steak, she's not, I'm sorry, but we gotta, that's the starting point for our conversation, and then we're gonna work through it together, okay? We're getting a lot of triggers, but I think this run actually frickin' is not scaling as fast as it needs to scale. But it does look like it's doing great stuff. Great stuff? I'm a little scared. It's like we're a red-blue deck, but our, you know, the meta right now is aristocrats. I mean, aristocrats. I mean, I don't know anything about Magic. Why am I pretending? Ooh, value! You need garlic on your lizard? Oh, do I need garlic on my lizard? Let me guess, from a garlic bush that grows outside of your acreage. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm just referencing. By the way, no, I mean, no promises necessarily yet. You can put a snake out here. Snake's just, like, always good. Let's do it like that for now. I think we're going to bring back Jackbox on Friday this week at noon. It's still early, so I can't say that with 100% authority. But after last week's Jackbox, I was like, hey, Jackbox was really fun. Do you want to do it next Friday? And then everybody was like, everybody that was on last week at least was like, yeah, as long as I don't have anything else that precludes it. I think that's a great answer. It's the only reasonable answer you could expect. Why don't you take this? I was having a great time. I mean, like, there's always, I shouldn't say always. There's oftentimes, like, a honeymoon period with Jackbox. Sometimes you play a game and you're like, I'm never playing that one ever again. But then, like, last week when we played the new Jackbox games, I was like, holy shit, like, every single one of these is incredible. Every single one of these is, like, amongst the best games they've ever made, I think. Please? Turkey! And every single one of them is my enemy. That's true. That's also true. How about you level? There's a lot of ways we can go on this one, but honestly, I feel like the most sensible way of all... Actually, this would go hard on you. That way you get to go again. Yeah. And then... this on you. And then we'll put another onion on you, if possible. This would go great on a seal. What the heck is this? Do 8 damage to the enemy without the last enemy before attacking once. Okay, I don't know. Probably goes better on a ladybug. This weekly sucks. I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying myself. Curse the golf stream when? Oh, fuck. He's got 40 HP, dude. My ass! My ass! Alright. That didn't go very well. How about one of these? Beautiful. How about one of these? Yeah, I'm not thrilled about any of this. I would roll because we got 2 life left. That'll go okay. Garlic certainly does make sense on the lizard, but I'd like to see some better foods on. Okay, well, never mind. Never mind. One up turkey, huh? Excuse me. Why didn't I do damage to the? I've been slandered. I've been screwed. We still won though. Oh, the raccoon stole my tomato and used it against me. Of course. I should have known. The Thievius raccoonus, I believe is his name. How about you take this? There might be a next round. You never know. +2. I was alive when Sly Cooper and the Thievius raccoonus came out. It was Deep Impact versus Armageddon. It was Rushmore versus Election, and it was Sly Cooper and the Thievius raccoonus versus Jack and Daxter. I did it. I did it. Let's go. I mean, Ratchet and Clank. Whatever. 10 wins, huh? The lizard made it. Onion Snake kind of sneaky with it. And a ribbon on the lizard! With an apple for my teacher, because I always get a kiss, always got mad when the class was dismissed. Okay. Lizard was pretty good there. It got value a few times. Let's do it this way, and probably that way. Yeah. And I'm running you in the front just for anti-egg protection. How about like a befuddled fanboy? What is 3 cockroaches is like the scariest team of all time. Next turn. She jack on my Daxter until I jack 2, jack 3. You know, +2. I think it's a good joke. Should take this. You got me. The optimum configuration for that joke is something that makes sense. The second best possibility is something that makes no sense at all, but is just humorous. Any progress on the hobby front? So check this out. I definitely want to play some golf. But I think that the weather here is like a little too rainy. Probably because season, I'm guessing, doesn't really start to pick up until maybe late March, early April would be my guess. I was also thinking, hey, maybe pickleball. But then I saw a clip from pickleball, like a pickleball tournament, where a dude split steps, which is like a tennis term. That's when you're like trying to figure out like where the ball's gonna go, and then you spread your legs and plant them so that you have torque to do your shot, right? He split step, and then the ref blew the whistle and went foul, and everybody said, "What the hell's going on?" They gave the other team the point because they said his split step was too aggressive. Like it was an offensive gesture because he spread his legs in the split step, which could be conceived of as taunting, I guess. It was the worst thing I've seen in a sporting event since the AFC and NFC championship games. Like he didn't do anything. I'm gonna try lizard again, honestly. I think we're gonna set it up thusly. I'm not sure I see the yak, but I might be missing some potential. You never know. Like, it would be one thing, like, if he taunted, And then you'd like if he got a penalty for or a foul for taunting, you might be like, oh, the game's gone soft or whatever. But like he literally didn't do anything. Like he was just sort of like around in the area. They added the lunk alarm to pickleball. Planet Fitness can't still have the lunk alarm, right? That had to be like had to be something that it's a vest. They still do, but why? Honestly, I know this looks weird. I don't know what I'm doing here. We probably want you to have garlic, but just take that for now. No, this is stupid. Why would you do that? Just don't buy the second meat. Roll past it, find something more useful. Won't be a spider. Yeah, that's what I want to see. A leveled up otter. A little late for a dromedary, I say. I lived. I did not live. Note to self, he did not live. What's a lunk? Okay, so like Planet Fitness, and I think there's something to this. Planet Fitness is a gym chain that built its brand on being inclusive. So they have things that you might consider to almost be like antithetical to gym culture. For example, sometimes they have pizza there that you can just eat. But I'm of the opinion, having never stepped into a Planet Fitness in my entire life, obviously they're doing it to help their own bottom line at the end of the day, but also if it gets people into the gym that otherwise wouldn't go to the gym, you know, if it makes it more inclusive and people that are otherwise intimidated by like an old gym in a motorcycle club that only has like old dudes who look like really ripped Santa Clauses wearing muscle shirts and like doing the thing with the chains where they go, like maybe there's some good to that. But the lunk alarm is crazy to me, which is something you hit that sounds a siren in the weight room if somebody drops a weight or grunts too loud or makes too much noise while doing an exercise. Then you can smash an alarm button that basically like publicly shames them and be like, hey, like, don't get me wrong, people, any gym you go to, people will just be like throwing the weights around. Some people definitely do be just like dropping them or going like, ah, ah. It's automatic now? How can they even do that? Is there like, is it staffed by like an android police officer or something? I think you have to go. We need these buffs to go to the right units. Interesting. I do love a whale. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it though. I don't know. Let's get him. Surely we'll get a deer at some point anyway. I wouldn't worry about it. Roll me? Those aren't deers. Okay, you're gone just because we need the gold. And now you're involved. I agree they should have a whale at the front too, huh? I agree they should have an alarm at Subway if your order is too complicated. People really be walking into Subway acting like, you know, they're building a house or something like that. Yeah, I think that like this is good, but we gotta do something. We gotta get some form of scaling off of this. Okay, it's kind of nonsensical. This is really bad. This team's going going nowhere. Oh. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I would never return to a Planet Fitness if I had the lunk alarm called on me. That's for damn sure. There's just some things you can't recover from. What do you think about like a pure scumbag team? Do you think it's possible? Are we early enough that there won't be snipers on the squad? We would try something like this. We might not be in Rush Hour 3, but let's give it a chance. I will say, though, if there was... Because Planet Fitness probably only has, like, one squat rack. Empty the cup! No! If there was somebody on the squat rack that I wanted to use, but their ass was taking a long time, or even, like, a reasonable amount of time, but I wanted to use it, I'd be smashing that lunk alarm 24/7. I'd be like, bonk! Get out of here, bitch! Now time to do my set of just the bar, 1,000 reps of just the bar. And then take an aggressively unreasonable amount of time between each set. My set is like 9 minutes long, and then I take a 20-minute rest where I just put my hands on the bar and go, and then go like this, and snap like a photo of it in the mirror at the gym. I don't want a hippo. It's too good. I'm just lazy. Give me something good. Bro, this is not what I wanted, at least. Hello, Chivly. Congratulations on your bowel movement. I'm happy for you. Did you see, by the way, that we beat Empty the Cup? And now we're going up against Billy Billy. Billy Billy XP triple 111. I don't know if this is the real Billy Billy. They might be an imposter among us. Did win though. Chocolates, please. That's very nice. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I don't really know what the squad's doing. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. You had a deer. Oh, that's so much better than a 2-2 sheep. No scaling. Be that as it may, my team is extremely annoying. Have you considered that? Like, it's insane how annoying my team is. Oops. Roll me. Really just, yeah, that's nice. Don't get me wrong. Certainly a beluga is what you want here. You sell, you buy a beluga, and then you get a beluga that, like, eats something. Right now, I would say just eating anything is good enough. So even if it is a woodpecker, that's fine. Bro, the beluga is better than the deer. You don't even know yet. Except when it gets spat out by the whale and then it doesn't have anything inside its belly. But, whoa, 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 whoa! Shoot the turkey. Oh, no. My lizard. My lizard. Oh! Please? Oh, no, this is still really bad. Never mind. No, it's horrible. That was pretty close, though. What we want to do, I don't really want a one-up on you. A one-up on anybody else is okay. I mean, even a one-up on the parrot. Oh, but then it'll lose its effect when it comes back, yeah. So a one-up on you does make sense. Or on you. Why not? I want to see more chocolate. Then maybe some popcorn on you. Well, I would say if any team can do it, oh, the deer. If any team can do it, it's definitely the opponent's team. Get him. Oh, this is not going right. This is not working out the way that I intended it to work out. Pretty close. No! What, 5 wins? 5 wins when we were kind of close. We've only got 5 minutes left. I gotta throw in a slash marker on that.